Hey y'all, today we're going to cook some shrimp. One of my favorite meals or appetizers, or you can do so much with shrimp. I could probably eat seafood the rest of my life and never eat anything else. And there's several different ways. Okay, I'm turning my water on to boil. Several different ways to cook shrimp. You can steam shrimp, where you just use a little bit of water, like a half a cup or a cup of water and a half a cup of vinegar, and then you steam them, or you boil them. Or you put water, season your water, and you bring it to a boil. The biggest thing with shrimp is do not overcook them. If you overcook them, then you end up with like an eraser. You can't eat them. You can't chew them. They're terrible. A lot of times you have pre-cooked shrimp. If you have those, then they're probably already overcooked. So then once you heat them up, they are overcooked. So my favorite thing is to get fresh shrimp and boil them. A lot of times, like I said, steaming is a great way to do it. And you can also saute shrimp, which is a good way. I like to put garlic in it and butter, and they turn out really great like that too. But okay, we're going to season the water. We're going to bring it to a roaring boil. Well, what we'll do is take a teaspoon of salt. You don't need a lot of salt because the Old Bay has a lot of salt. A teaspoon of pepper. And then Old Bay. Old Bay to me is just a great seasoning for shrimp because it's got so many different flavors to it, and it just brings out the taste of shrimp. And I just go by eye. I don't measure it, but a good little bit of Old Bay, and bring that to a roaring boil. A lot of times, too. I don't do this every time, but a lot of times you can take your shrimp and before you cook them, and you take them and put some Old Bay on the shrimp themselves before you cook them. And a lot of times I'll put like a half a cup of vinegar, just white vinegar, into the shrimp. It doesn't change you don't get the acid taste of the vinegar. It just makes them easier to peel. But if you do it right, you won't have any trouble peeling. And this goes without saying, you get wild Georgia shrimp are the best. They don't get any better than that. These come from my buddy Russo's Seafood. Okay, we got a roaring boil. That's what you want. And when you put the cold shrimp in there, it'll stop the boiling. See how the boiling stopped? And the big thing we need to do now is keep close tabs on the shrimp. You want them to turn pink and not have the little opaque. See how it's turning pink. You want them all pink, but you need to keep testing them at the most 3 minutes. But it doesn't take long to cook them, but it doesn't take long to ruin them either.
Do you let them come back to a boil, or you just wait for them to get cooked?
I never wait to get back to the boil. I'll take them out. I'm going to say in 2 to 3 minutes, but I'll take one out and test it. And if it peels, I'll cut them off. Okay, this is what I do to make sure I don't overcook them. I test them as they go along. They've been in there almost 2 minutes now. It's hot. See how easy it is to peel?
It's a perfect peel.
Perfect. Shrimp are done. Take it. I'm cut the heat off and take them out. Because just sitting in the hot water will and can overcook them. Okay, shrimp are ready. Now I take some Old Bay and sprinkle it on the cooked shrimp. To me, you can't get too much of this hardly. But see how pretty and pink they are? And always remember, the worst thing you can do is overcook a shrimp. Okay, now look how pretty those are. See how easy it is to peel? Perfect. Delicioso. Perfect. Okay, and cocktail sauce is a great thing. Okay, cocktail sauce is really great with just boiled shrimp. We'll put a little bit here. And one more time here. Me and Paul always argue about leaving tails on the shrimp or taking the tails off. And I always say, if you, especially, well, I like to take the tails off on all of them. But Paula says, leave the tails on because it'll be a little handle. Well, I said, well, I've got a fork. I use that for my handle. But she'll do it with the shrimp scampi or shrimp and grits. And so you got to reach in there in this hot food and get your shrimp tails off your shrimp, where you could do it before you cook them. So we should vote on that. See, tails on or tails off, because I'm right. Take the tails off because you don't eat the tails. That is delicious. And once you do this now, you can have your leftover shrimp. You can make shrimp salad. We used to make shrimp omelets when we were kids. Or my mother did. And then I kind of learned how to do it. But it's just, they won't go bad. I don't care how many you cook. But remember, Georgia wild shrimp. That's the best.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.